This episode of the Babyfaces on Dad's Own Wrestling is brought to you by your host, the Renegade of Wrestling, J.J. Williams, the lady killer himself, Ray Larkin, but of course, you already know that, and last but not least, Talk Wrestling's own, Jeff Meacham.
Okay, I got enough of pop from Ego now. Okay, anyway.
Mr. T-Dub. Mr. T-Dub.
Okay. Now, let me give that chant to PWG and make the PWG fans go, oh, he's here again.
Right.
Run! Okay. Or the NWA Hollywood people run. One or the other. Marquez, come for you. No. I didn't say the word yet. I didn't say it this time.
We got a letter from the FCC from the last.
We got a letter from the last time.
Seriously, Jeff, we've been fined $500 for your use of the N-word on the last show.
Yeah. I got 10.
Yeah, it's a start.
Okay, all right.
It's a start. 490 to go.
Woo!
Ray, you need to sell some of your stocks to pay the fine.
I do.
Well, is WWE stock?
Yeah.
I'm not making money back at all. What are you talking about?
Oh, man.
Hey, at least it's not TNA stock.
Oh!
We'd be owing money.
TNA's traded?
Yeah, that's the point.
Yeah, there you go.
So anyways.
Babyfaces. Last time we talked about heels, I sported the Hollywood Hogan shirt because that's my favorite wrestler. And of course, this isn't the classic Hulk shirt because I don't have a Hulk Rules without the still in it. But it's the only Hogan shirt I could find that was, well, not clean, but in my closet at the time. So anyway, how can you have a babyface show without talking about arguably the greatest babyface of all time?
Yeah.
And I only say arguably because there's a case for Stone Cold, there's a case for The Undertaker, but the difference is, Undertaker started as a heel, and got himself over so much that he became one of those guys where he was so over the fans just wanted to cheer him.
Exactly.
Hogan was a heel going to the AWA, and Vern heard the cheers and went, all right, whatever. Cheer for him, fuck it. Greg, go tear his shirt off. All right, Dad.
See,
and rest is history.
As a non-Hogan fan myself, I can honestly sit here and say that the wrestling business, good and bad, would not be what it is today without Hogan.
Definitely.
So he's got to be at the top of the list for either show because he was an awesome heel, as we already discussed last time.
Yes.
And he was even more over as a babyface. So.
He was what every prototypical babyface was after him. He set the tone because he walked out there, and the minute that first twang of Real American or whatever song he was using, Eye of the Tiger, whatever, hit, the place rose as one. And Hogan walked out there and went, okay, here are 20,000 of them right here, all of them right here, and he held them the entire time, whether he was working, whether he was talking, whatever. Hogan had that ability, and you know what? 30 years later, he could walk into the Impact Zone and still carry those motherfuckers in his hand. He can still do it.
All 20
Whether
of them.
they like it, all 20 of them.
All 20.
He went from 20,000 to
20.
Just 20, yeah.
You know what? For all the crap the Impact Zone gets as far as the fans being retarded, that is a cool little venue. I went there for a few years ago for a pay-per-view. It seats about 300 or so, and it's a cool little place. I like it. But the fans are fucking retarded.
It's definitely no bingo hall, Paul.
It's a Disneyland attraction.
Paul.
Okay?
Universal attraction.
Yeah.
Disneyland was WCW. Get it right,
Disney
Ray.
World was
Yeah.
WCW.
I just jacked that from a promo New Jack cut in the bar one day.
Oh, okay. Well,
so I had to.
New Jack had a promo in a bar. I can't imagine that. Anyway, New Jack was a good babyface.
No, that was during his
time.
He was. Anyway, but yeah, Hogan is at the top of the list. There's no doubt about that.
Top of your list, Jeff.
Okay, well,
On top of my list.
this guy
is the ultimate warrior. I mean, when this man would run out to that music, that Jim Johnston, I'll turn 8 years old no matter what age I am. No matter what age I am. When I even see him doing the autograph signing, and if he just says, always believe, I'll just like, yeah. But I'm not like that cheesy guy on the YouTubes that's just, still real to me, damn it. I'm not like that guy. But I will mark out for the warrior.
I think the card behind it is anti-warrior.
Yeah.
We're throwing that out there.
Jeez. Either that or they really like Cena. I don't know. How
It's Talk Wrestling all over again.
Right?
It's Talk Wrestling at the Meacham house all over again.
No worries.
Kill the engine.
You know what I
rail.
You know what? The best thing about Warrior, though, is his promos.
Oh,
and
yeah.
how nonsensical they are. I mean, it's all, with the sun and the moon and the earth aligned and the stars above, and you realize that the spicy chicken sandwich you bought at Carl's Jr. is not spicy enough. Then you will remember that this is a nonsensical promo, and I am the Warrior.
Hey, when he was WWF champion, that's a botch right there. If any of you don't know what a botch is,
What the fuck just happened?
A Warrior promo.
Anyways, the Ultimate Warrior did, you have to give him this, when he was WWF champion, he did way better. And his promos, a little better at his promos. But, go.
The Warrior, I almost want to give him credit. I do. I really do. But the problem with the Warrior is he was only... A good babyface like Hogan, like Austin later, was strong on his own. He could carry the feud. Warrior was only as strong as the guy across the ring from him, which is why when he had the feud with Rude for the IC title, it was good because Rude is just that much of a son of a bitch. God rest his soul.
Yeah.
Yes. When he was feuding with Hogan, when they were both babyfaces, people didn't know what the fuck to do with themselves, and they got both of them over.
Yeah.
When he feuded with the Macho King was so hated by most of the people. I always loved Randy personally.
I liked him as the man, Macho Man. I didn't like the King.
I liked them both.
All I gotta say is, in my opinion, the Ultimate Warrior was as big a failure with the WWF Championship as David Arquette was with the WCW title. Just throwing that out there.
Fair enough, but Warrior sold out, 75,000 people battling Hulk Hogan?
68,000 strong.
Yeah.
75 was
This is true.
68,534, I believe. No,
that may be WrestleMania 18. Same place.
Yeah.
WrestleMania 18, you got to talk about The Rock.
Yeah.
Major.
The Rock.
Major.
Greatest modern era babyface except for Cena.
We saw how big an impact this guy had when he walked out there on Valentine's Day.
Yes.
After being gone almost 7 years.
Yeah. And I was there live for that.
You were there
we
live
were
for
both there
that.
live
You were
for
there
that.
live for that, you sons of bitches.
Check out those episodes on YouTube, by the way.
And
Episode 6, Renegade and Dads.
yeah. And the electricity started flickering, which clued you in. And before the word "if" even got out, that place was fucking bumping.
Put it to you this way, the crowd already smelled what he was cooking as the lights were going dark.
Yeah.
To the point where every time I have played that episode for somebody, I have to mute the audio so that the crowd's chant of Rocky doesn't tip away who's coming out.
Yep.
Which brings us to my favorite babyface, John Cena. He's actually been holding this company down for the last 5-6 years. And you know what? A lot of people are talking about The Rock, The Rock's back and everything like that. As a stockholder, he left us.
This is true.
He left us. John Cena made those shitty movies, okay? When The Rock made Walking Tall, then he just left us. You know what I mean? And to me, I think John Cena needs to dig deep for this one to beat The Rock. And whether it be in a promo or a match, he's going to have to go back to Word Life, no holding his hand, basic thugonomics to beat The Rock.
Yeah, I give Cena a lot of crap, and I've done so on numerous shows, both of this and Renegade, but bar none, I cannot take away the fact that the guy's an awesome babyface.
Yeah.
And especially with what he does for Make-A-Wish outside the ring, it's kind of hard to hate John Cena the man when he's granting 200 plus wishes, more than almost any other Make-A-Wish person in the history of Make-A-Wish.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to hate on those kind of credentials, but in the ring, I still have to say he blows donkey balls when he gets between the ropes and starts wrestling.
That's that's where I'm going to jump in here. A good baby face can carry a company with his promos and all that, but at the end of the day, he's still got to place the boots up and do your thing.
Yeah.
That's where Cena fails currently.
Yes, he didn't used to.
If the Cena of 2002 wrestled with this gimmick of 2011, he'd be my favorite wrestler.
Yeah, the Cena from 2002 to 2004, because when he was United States champion, he was still
awesome.
wrestling.
Yeah, that's what I'm
He
saying.
was still doing moves.
If
you know,
that
the
John Cena
throwback.
wrestled and the John Cena gimmick of today came out with him, fine.
Yeah, he'd
No
be on
problem.
top of the world.
He'd be on top of the world. I had
and
no problem
all
with
the 18 to 40, 50-year-old men that you constantly hear in the arena booing him because it's all the girls and kids that are cheering him, we'd be cheering along with them.
Okay, now the future baby faces of the industry. Who do you guys think?
You know who I think would make an awesome babyface if they just stopped trying to pigeonhole him into a WWE box and let him be himself? Daniel Bryan.
Yes. Thank you.
Daniel Bryan, we've seen enough on the indie circuit to where we know his true personality.
Brian, I'm calling Brian Danielson. I'm not calling Daniel Bryan. That's his slave name. I hate that fucking name. Brian has shown, and this was his first time at Gorilla. Okay, he walked out there. Final Countdown played, and as the chorus hit, everybody sang, "It's the final countdown." No audio playing, nothing. The crowd carried that song, and Brian just walked in there, took off his robe, and went, "Shit, thank you. I love y'all. Good night." He was done right there.
Joey Ryan, we coming for you.
That's right. Joey's a good baby face too, and he wants to be. He's so much better as a heel, though.
He is.
Anyway.
He is. Gotta bring Sleazy back for Joey.
Brian's definitely up there as a future guy. You know,
Evan Bourne.
Evan Bourne.
Matt Sydal, whatever you want to call him, you know, again with the slave name, Matt Sydal.
Seriously.
Evan Bourne is an awesome babyface.
Well, actually, I will give Matt credit. He does actually like the name Evan Bourne. Brian can't stand Daniel Bryan. He just goes along with it because whatever. But,
it's a paycheck.
It's a paycheck, exactly.
Speaking of slave names, Kofi Kingston.
Wow. Kofi Kingston, you know,
I'm sure.
Twice in 2 weeks we brought the coming for you phrase, and I didn't say the word, and now you're pulling out slave with a black man.
No, if Kofi Kingston can pull out his ID...
Really?
If Kofi Kingston can pull out his ID, I don't know where it's from, or his passport, and if it says Kofi Kingston on there, I will apologize to Kofi Kingston. But if Vince McMahon just said, "This is what we're gonna do,"
apologize to the FCC for me first, please.
Oh yeah,
please.
big apologies to the FCC.
Dude, I had 10 last week. I'm broke, dude. What's the matter with you?
I don't have no more stock money. All right? I paid for you last week. All right, no.
WWE stock. That's why.
Yeah, okay.
But my tax money's been gone. I'm sorry, I bought SummerSlam tickets.
I'm just a jokester. I really apologize. I really do think Kofi Kingston has a lot of offensive arsenal. I just don't think he's marketed right, say on the level of a Booker T, on the level of Farouk in his prime, or Ahmed Johnson.
So what would it take? Kofi Kingston doing the spinneroonie to be marketed right?
I don't know, but he has the tools.
If Kofi does a spinneroonie, I am leaving WWE as a fan.
But does he have the, don't you agree, he has the tools?
Kofi has all the tools, and if Kofi got a little bit more of a boomph in the butt from management, he'd be the top babyface. He would. He'd be awesome.
One of the best heels currently, The Miz, would be an awesome babyface. He really would, because even though he's better as that smarmy heel, the mark inside of us wants to like him because he represents who we are.
Okay. Well, the thing I'll say about Miz as a face is I will wait and see.
Yeah.
Now,
Punk was an awesome babyface before he turned heel.
But he's a better heel.
He is a better heel.
He's a better heel.
Edge.
Edge is a tweener right now, but you know.
He's getting over with me. Personally, I would.
You go back to the 5-second pose, and then you go to the Radar Superstar. He's good in either one.
Yeah. Two guys who we don't talk about because this is mainly a WWE fan-themed show the last couple shows, but I did bring in TNA briefly last week with Jeff Jarrett. AJ and Frankie.
Yeah, I was just gonna. You're right there, dude.
AJ Styles. Frankie. AJ Styles.
Phenomenal.
Mr. TNA. I don't care what Daniel says or whatever. But AJ Styles and Frankie, when Frankie's on as a babyface, because let's face it, the cool guy that he projects out there, that's Frankie.
Hey, we got the wrap-up signal last time and we didn't get into him.
Right.
Kurt motherfucking Angle.
Seriously.
I'm sorry. He was the biggest heel in the company from his debut all the way up until 9/11.
Right.
And when we needed an American hero, he was there for us.
Kurt will be a future one because he's winding down, but Kurt needs to be mentioned on any show, babyface or heel, because he's great as both.
Yeah.
He's great.
And once again, we're getting the wrap-up signal. Damn, we're as
What
soon
about
as we get
Shawn
on the
Michaels,
roll,
man? Shawn
You know
Michaels.
what? You know what? If I
Shawn
hadn't
Michaels.
done my Warrior promo, we might have been able to do it.
Shawn Michaels.
It was worth having the show wrapped up for the Warrior promo, though. I'm just throwing that out there. That shit was good.
For another week installment of Dads on Wrestling, the Lady Killer, Ray Larkin, Mr. TW, Jeff Meacham, and of course the Renegade, JJ Williams. We will see you next time on Dads on Wrestling.